Domonique Foxworth is going to be here in a second. I want to talk some football with him, but I want to ask the group here, because Greeny is out and because I just saw on ESPN, if any one of you walk into a meeting at ESPN and you got to do a show that day, and Damian Woody and Mike Tannenbaum are the guys who are going to be on your panel, what's the question in July you would put in front of them on a Wednesday before noon in order to get traction with your audience in July, excuse me. So what would you choose, Tony? Because I'm going to give you the topic, and I don't think you can do better than the topic they chose.
They're goated. When you step in to get up, they're doing stuff that's so high level. And First Take, they're doing stuff that's so high level that sometimes it's the most obvious thing, yet the best thing.
Newest, highest paid guard?
No, they were not.
They did do that, though.
They were not. Well, they were not doing that when I checked in. What they were doing is Dak a top 10 quarterback?
Oh, you got me locked in.
I swear, you believe me or not believe me, I swear that's what I was going to say.
All right, Greg, into the mic.
Whatever. Don't believe me. I don't care.
No,
I don't
into the
care.
mic, though. Into the mic.
I don't care.
Into the mic.
You cover that on game night tonight or what?
It was so close. You could have said it. Why didn't you say it? What happened? You were laying out?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't care.
Domonique Foxworth is
he,
with
though?
us now.
Is he? I mean,
What are we talking
George
sports
Pickens
tonight?
down.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So is he, Dom?
I absolutely think he is. I mean, I get that you're kind of making fun of it, but you're also appreciating it. But as someone who is inside the animal, it's an art form, man. And this is the months, as Ray Lewis says, and you point out often, is like you pay me for everything through the week. The Sundays are free. This is what the producers at Get Up are getting paid for right now. This is what Damian Woody is getting paid for right now. It's somehow manufacturing some interest when ain't nobody doing nothing and figuring out, finding a list. Oh, Jeremy Fowler, every
Love
time
a good
this year. We did some of that on my show, which, like, I heard you had Pablo on earlier, and you make the argument that Pablo is trying to mix in the smart with the stupid. I don't think anything that I do on my show is stupid, but it's really smart and really fun. And we played with the lists, and we got into roster construction. I think that this is the time of the year, at least for me on my show, that we explore the bigger picture ideas, because we try to pretend like we're above lists, but secretly, me and Charlie still argue about them. But then we dive into deeper topic explorations is what I was looking for on some of the things in sports that I think are very impactful, but people don't know much about.
Domonique, I want to give you a little breadcrumb for later on in the show and later on in this segment. I want to do a list called Old Faces, New Places.
Oh, he's going to be too good at that game, though.
For the rest of us, though.
We're going to be bad at it. He's going to be good at it. You're going to know where everybody is. You're going to know.
I'm going to be about as good at that game as Tony is at playing quarterback, I think.
So excellent. Okay, awesome.
Are you ready?
Hold on. I asked someone, I know, Dan, you like to have people come on and ombuds on occasion. I rarely ombuds, but I think last week at some point.
Oh, here we go.
My buddy Andrew Hawkins. Oh, yeah. Get ready, Tony, because I'm coming right at you.
I didn't do anything.
My buddy Andrew Hawkins gaslit Tony into saying that if he put his mind to it, he would have been a good college tight end. The disrespect, the absurdity of that Tony wasn't here talking about, oh, I just didn't apply myself. I was playing basketball, but if I would have tried, I could have been a college tight end.
College. You say college. There's a lot of colleges. You know that, right? Not everybody went to Maryland. Okay. There's a lot of colleges.
Okay. I apologize. I take it back.
Thank you.
Maybe
there's some bad colleges out there, right?
You weren't saying you were going to be
Name the college. Where you
weren't
at?
going to be a tight end at the University of Maine, like you were.
Of course, that's even too good.
Well,
probably.
he applied himself.
Again, that's the thing.
All right.
Application.
Domonique, I am willing to hire you immediately right now to regularly ombuds around here once a week to tell us all the ridiculous things we said over the course of a week that weren't called out enough on our show.
I feel guilty being the ombudsman on Tony because I actually love Tony.
Thank you.
Because he says things like that. And I don't want to discourage him. Keep the confidence high, Tony. I absolutely
You will
love
never
it. It's
discourage
so funny
me.
because I laughed out
promise
loud.
Chris, do you want to ask? Domonique is a colleague of both Dan Graziano and Mike Greenberg, and I guess Peter Schrager now, who's getting awfully comfortable in that chair, as we've noticed, super comfortable, just unreasonably comfortable. Do you want to file your complaint complaint or your observation with Domonique?
I'm picturing Greeny in Greece on vacation being like just rooting for a sloppy show when Schrager's hosting. And he's like talking to the producers. He's like, I thought Graziano killed it. I don't think we need Schrager.
I think Greeny is, as most people who are like incredibly successful, like he is unreasonably competitive. However, I also know that Greeny does not pay attention to the show when he's gone.
Unless
Greeny
Shregs
has
is
no
hosting.
idea what's happening on the show. Like I wore a wig one day and impersonated Greeny on the show.
Why would
He
you
had
wear a
no
wig?
idea what was going on. Yeah,
Such good criticism from Zaslow. Why would you wear it? Why would
Stupid.
you make a fool of yourself on national? Why wouldn't you respect yourself more than that?
I don't know, man. I thought it was fun to make fun of him. I mean, but at least I have my own hair. That'd be nice.
I have thought of you recently here because I really don't know, and you could check out the Domonique Foxworth show where he will make the second apron entertaining, and he will also break down union issues in a way that has more expertise than the average person. But I don't know how you have felt about recent developments where your friend Pablo Torre is reporting things that embarrass your friends and colleagues in a union that you have some great pride in, I would imagine, because you are a very strong member of that union. Just the things that have happened over the last, I'm going to say, 21 days with his reporting, have they been personally hurtful to you?
Yeah. I mean, I did a couple segments that were not fun or all that insightful about what was going on there, and I think that it's not incredibly embarrassing to any friends or colleagues because the people who are being accused of things aren't friends or colleagues. I've always, since I left office as president, I've been reluctant to speak out on any issues because, of course, there are going to be things that happen that I agree with or disagree with, but I always try to remember that I was a leader in the union, and it was really frustrating for people who had limited information to speak out and be critical. So I haven't really done that. I pointed out that the conflicts of interest that Lloyd Howell is accused of are inexcusable and reprehensible. The one thing I did agree with and want to defend is that the players said that they are following the process, and that's like core. That is encouraging because that's core to what a union is. And oftentimes when I was at the union, people would get upset and wonder why we would defend a player who was accused of some crime, and it seemed clear that he had committed the crime. And the point was, you have to protect those processes because if you, for one special case, decide to circumvent those processes, then there comes an opportunity where the case is no longer special and the process can be circumvented. So I say that to say that I respect the player leaders who are taking their time and waiting for the investigation and doing the things right. And even if I didn't, I would never criticize the player leaders of the union. That's just not.
But you're not.
an appropriate thing to do.
But you're also not comfortable. I don't want to put you in a bad spot here, but just talking to me about sort of the emotion of reading that your union is compromised, right, or at least appears compromised by something that would and should make Justin Herbert mad as a member of that union. And if I were Justin Herbert, I would be looking for legal action to get me some of my money back because my union didn't help me there the way that it's supposed to, based on the information that's been reported so far.
Based on the information that's reported, it's infuriating, honestly. It's because if you go back through the history of the union, there have been multiple tens and hundreds of players who have sacrificed in order to put the current players today in a position to have some of the success that they've had and reap some of the rewards that they are able to reap. And it's infuriating for someone who clearly doesn't seem to understand that or appreciate that to use this position as a position to better their own standing and make deals and compromises that undercut the players. I think the conflict of interest with Carlisle is particularly disappointing. Carlisle Group is trying to become an investor in an NFL team, and Lloyd Howell is an advisor to Carlisle. Like, there's certain things that you just aren't allowed to do in certain roles, and I think that that's one that's pretty obvious. And the power and strength of the union is not something, to me at least, that should be held by one person at the top, and certainly not used by that person to better themselves. Like, the power and the strength of the union should come from the players. And I hate always not always, but often when I hear players talk about the union, they say the union, and they say they never really say we. And that's not the players' fault. I think it's a function of the union gradually separating the power from the players. And that's disappointing and infuriating, honestly.
Do I have it wrong when I dismiss the NFL Players Union with some form of it's only so strong because those guys aren't actually united in being willing to miss the next paycheck?
I'm not sure I completely understood. Like, I think that's not the NFL Players Association alone. Like, that's every union. That is what union strength is. And I think the executive director of the union is important, but it doesn't matter. You could negotiate the best CBA in history. A child could negotiate the best CBA in history if the players are tight and strong and willing to sacrifice. Like, that's what it comes down to. That's why it's so upsetting when a guy who doesn't seem to understand that is not doing the things that I think need to be done. And it's just sad, man. It's just sad.
But Domonique, you say that's every union. It's not every union. Not every union is filled with millionaires. It's not every union. Like this.
Oh, no, I don't think I don't think the makeup of the union matters. Union power comes from solidarity and unity, frankly, from the name and willingness to sacrifice. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter where you're from, where you live, what country you're in, or any of that stuff, what job you do. None of that matters. I think that there oftentimes it's easy when you are trying to sell yourself to talk about how, as a leader, how you can do this and do that, and you have these ideas and strategies, and you can make everything better because you have certain experiences and you've gone to fancy schools and you've been to other places. That shit don't matter. None of it matters. Like, what matters underneath it all is that the players take ownership of the union, and the players believe in the union, and the players control the union, and the players are willing to sacrifice for the greater good. And they understand the history of the union. They understand that other people sacrificed in order to get them here, and that it is their responsibility to sacrifice to continue to protect the gains that were made for them. And I think the NFLPA is often pointed to, but this is true of all the pro sports unions. And you could make the argument that it's true of all American unions, that they are in retreat. And the most recent CBAs in all of the leagues have taken a step back for a lot of the players. And in part, you could argue it's because of the money in the game. But I think understanding your core beliefs and what matters to you is what it comes down to. And those things can be changed. Like, that dynamic can be shifted. But it starts with the culture of the union and culture of any organization, and having this apparent separation of culture. It's not new. Like, I can't blame Lloyd Howe for that. That's something that's probably been going on in the union for a long time, gradually feeling less like it was the players' union and more like the people in the office a couple of streets from where I am right now are making the decisions for the players.
Put it on the poll, please, at Le Batard Show. Could a child negotiate the best CBA, as Domonique claims? Jeremy has a top 5 list of top 5 places that Tony could have indeed made it as a tight end. Are you ready for that, Domonique?
Yes, please.
I've got 3 OLIs.
Oh, wow.
Good start already.
So, wow. So 8, we're alleging that there are 8 places that Tony could make Domonique look dumb as the ombudsman, because there are places that he could have been a tight end in college if he had just applied himself.
In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Carnegie Mellon University.
Good start.
They have a football team?
Boy, do they.
In Cleveland, Ohio, Case Western Reserve University.
They give
No, not Cleveland. Not in the cradle of the sport. Like, you can't play in Cleveland.
In Claremont, California, Claremont Mudd Scripps College. Number 5, in Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista University. Don't know how that one ended
Hispanic
up
flair
in-
there. That's
in
where they got me in.
Storm Lake. In Castleton, Vermont, Vermont State University, Castleton campus.
That's its own subsection.
I don't think
we play
any of
football
these,
there.
I don't think these are teams. I
These
don't
are
think they
all
have
from
scholarships.
NCAA.com, the list of Division III football teams in the NCAA.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Number 3 in Northfield, Minnesota, St. Olaf University.
What say you, Domonique? A lot of quiet, just nothing over there, huh?
Snow there.
Ombudsman?
Number 2, Duluth, Minnesota, the College of St. Scholastica. And finally, number 1 in Tiffin, Ohio, Heidelberg University.
So you don't know anything, fancy man.
knows nothing.
You think you know all about football, and you think you know all the things. You know nothing. You've been proven a fool in front of people.
Yeah, I stand corrected. You're right. You could have.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
I
was
appreciate that.
wrong.
A wig.
Have you ever
wearing
blocked
fool.
anybody before?
Of course
Have you
I
ever been hit?
You think... I played football. Yes, I've been hit. What kind of question is that?
Played football?
Yes.
Where'd you play football?
In high school.
Oh, I thought that you never played football. I thought you
you're
just
very
decided to play
confused.
quarterback.
No, of course, you're very
You
confused.
wait a minute. So you thought that he went out to an FIU football tryout,
Never throwing a ball before?
through imaginary football. You
Never
didn't
threw
throw him
one
then
at
either.
the-
Well,
yeah.
throwing motion.
To be
I don't
clear,
like how you're acting like I'm the crazy person. You know Tony. Does that sound like something that Tony would do?
for the record, for those who do not
The man
know,
who said he could beat John Amici in basketball. You're saying
Still
that
claim that.
I'm the crazy one.
Still
for
claim that.
thinking that he might say that he could play football without
Scroll
having
under
played
that
football.
stats tab video team.
it's not that part, Domonique, that I'm objecting to. I'm objecting to the idea that Tony would have such bad judgment in life in general that he would head out to an FIU practice, never having thrown a football before, and run through a series of drills where he's throwing an imaginary football in order to try out as a walk-on to FIU. Yes, I don't believe his judgment would be that bad without throwing a football ever.
This is the same person who I believe was scheduled to spar with an MMA fighter in Vegas. Like, this is I
Best
just,
Buy.
Let's just put it out there.
That fighter
I'm
was
the one
scared
that
of
you're
Tony,
saying,
though, in fairness.
I'm the one that you're saying is unreasonable. I got a long list of Tony doing irrationally confident things, and I'm the one who believes who is saying that it's crazy.
But what you have a long history of is not him doing irrationally confident things. Is him saying he's going to do them and then not actually doing them. Like, that's not. Yes.
Is it my fault that the lenses got forgotten? Is it my fault that FIU said, no, we're not going to give you a football? Is that my fault?
Well, that
or
one
am I
was
there
your
standing
fault.
in the breach waiting for something to happen and then it doesn't happen, Dan Le Batard? You tell me.
Oh man,
I'm going
You're
to
welcome,
need
Tony.
people to look up both Tony's high school basketball and football career for us so that we can give Domonique whatever his credentials are there.
Missed
But-
half my senior year, by the way.
But
Oh, here we go.
Tore my meniscus. No, I had surgery.
Wow.
here we go. What do you mean? What are you accusing him of, Domonique?
I mean,
Accusing
this
of
is-
having an injury that usually 6 months is the rehab time, and I did it in 6 weeks.
Wow.
So I got back quickly. Cover your face.
Faster healer than you, Dominique.
I'm just saying.
He can out heal you. Do you want to have a heal off? Can you heal as well as he heals?
Is it a toughness
Wait,
question?
so
Like,
to
what do you
be-
want to do, Dominique?
To be clear, Dan, you believe that Tony is this very impressive specimen who's just lacked opportunity.
I just need people to show up with the lenses. I need the footballs to be there when I go to try out.
The best part is Tony doesn't know that you're making fun of him. He thinks you're hyping him up. He's like, oh no,
No. Make no mistake about it. You think that I walk in here and I think people are hyping me up? You think that I don't know that? Come on,
Shirt says
Dominique.
he's sponsored by the haters.
Thank you. I'll
Dominique.
send you a shirt.
Tony. What made me laugh initially was you preemptively making excuses because you know what your stats were in high school. And you know what I don't have to do about my high school stats is tell you about the injuries I got. I just don't have to do it. It don't come up. Like, it's not something to be concerned with.
LeBatardAF.com is where it is that you get the T-shirts if you want a shirt of Tony. Or Zaslow, I want you to look right now at your text. I have just sent you the photo for your approval, the newest in the Zaslow collection of LeBatardAF.com merchandise.
Look at that.
Congratulations. A T-shirt with your face on it.
I can't. I'm only listening.
You can read and tell the people, because I only sent it to you. You can tell them what that shirt looks like. It's a picture of Zaslow looking as he does right now.
That's wonderful. That's a picture of me, all right, looking very confident. And, everybody knows I want opulence.
So it reads, I want opulence on the T-shirt. Domonique, would you prefer to live in a manor or a mansion? I don't know if you've been listening to the show. I wouldn't blame you if you weren't listening to the show. But if I say you can live in either a manor or a mansion, which do you choose?
I mean, I feel like the difference, like manor sounds like there's like more grass, right? Like a full manor. And a mansion, I feel like a mansion could be in an area like a neighborhood. I think I'd rather be in a neighborhood. Give me a mansion. I don't know. Manor sounds nice, but like every now and then I want to run into some people.
I can tell you the mansion living, it's good living, Dominique.
Dominique's the rare that understood the difference and chose the smaller one.
Yeah, it's unusual choice.
Well, the manor requires a lot of upkeep.
Yeah.
Is really the issue.
Who needs that?
No, I mean, I think it also is just like to have a manor, you're going to be like 30 minutes. Like I live in D.C. and I like being able to get to like
Practicality.
urban things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I know I all that grass is cool, but I'd rather, if I can afford a mansion, I would then get like a farmhouse or a beach house to go to. But most of my life, I'd rather be in an urban environment. I don't want to be out in the country. Get out of here with that nonsense.
Okay, but you're putting it in the country, and I'm really with manor. I'm doing more castles now. I'm doing
Those are always in the countryside.
when I So now you're talking, and castles actually, if you look this up, somebody told me this the other day. I was stunned to hear it. Castles, remarkably affordable given what you're getting.
Was this like Rich People magazine?
No, it was not Rich People magazine. It was obviously I have more money than you magazine.
I mean, I think that
The
like
Rich People magazine.
the adage of like location is what is guiding my decision. Like I don't want to live in a castle. I don't care how big it is, how nice it is. If I'm an hour away from anything cool, no thanks. Like I'd rather be close to things. If I had my choice, like I would live in a penthouse in Manhattan. Like that would be where I would live if it wasn't for the fact that my wife and her whole family lives in D.C.
Are you in the market for a castle? Like you were talking to a castle realtor?
No,
There's a website here.
Yeah, I have one.
Guys, no. I'm not talking about buying a castle. I know you like to mock me on these things, and I'm easy to mock on these things, but I am telling you that if you go with a group of people and you want a castle experience and it's 20 people paying for a castle that can take 100 people, you'll be surprised that you'll find it more affordable than your average Airbnb. You want to go get a penthouse. I'm just telling you, I've not done it, but I am told that it's, you'd be surprised that it's more affordable than you think it is to be able to get a castle. But Dominique is telling you he wants neighbors. Dominique wants interaction.
Yeah. Like, I don't necessarily want to be interacting with them all the time, but I want them around. Like, I'd rather be in an urban environment than a rural one. But I had this thought, while you're looking up the castle things, I remembered from that segment with Tony how you guys kind of made fun of Andrew Hawkins for saying, like, he was all hands and, like, his routes weren't that good. And you remember Andrew, as a confident person, took it in stride and didn't get all defensive. Then I went and watched the video. He was killing it. Like that to me suggests someone who actually is a great athlete and probably could have played college basketball somewhere if he wanted to, or track or football in maybe 2 professional leagues.
Yeah, maybe.
There you go. You sound more confident now. There you go. We're learning how to sound confident, not insecure. I like it.
Oh,
Good job, Tony.
making the stretch that a professional athlete can probably be a good athlete somewhere else. Huge, yeah.
No, I'm saying that you can feel what real confidence sounds like. That's all I'm saying. And Andrew Hawkins had real confidence. I watched those videos he put up, and I was like, damn, he got a couple routes left in his body. I don't have no snaps left in me, but he got a couple routes left in there.
Dan, you can buy the Parsons Castle on the water in Clifton, Texas for only $4.9 million.
That's a good rate on that castle.
But it's
You
in
got that.
Texas. Texas doesn't have castles. That's a real
How
castle.
far is Clifton from anything that I would actually want to do?
It's a great question. But you can buy the extraordinary Bedford Castle in Wyoming for $14 million. But this castle, Dan, holy cow. I mean, look at the Alps in the background. Pretty remarkable.
You would have to pay me $14 million to live in Wyoming. I'll go visit, but I'm not living in Wyoming. Stop it, guys. Who wants a castle in Wyoming?
There's no real castles in America, though. That's like made up castles.
I think that Jeremy's judgment here has been terrible because he's not only not renting castles, he's buying them, but he's doing so in the United States, which is asinine. Like that's
what
even
Chris told me to do. So I'll look at the other ones.
It's not like a castle in the United States is somewhere I expect to have dinner while people are jousting inside because it's a Renaissance type feel.
Medieval times. Those are dope.
Hold on. Wait. I'm disappointed in Jeremy because when I was last down there, Jeremy was one of the few people that I appreciated because he took responsibility. He was accountable. Even when things weren't his fault, Jeremy was like, that's on me. One of my show adages is accountability plays. And when I was down there, we tried to instill that ethos into the culture of the Le Batard Show, and Jeremy was one of the first people to accept that, and then he just took Chris and threw him under the bus.
You're totally right. Hey, that one
I've been
is
gone
on
too
me.
long, man.
You're right.
Why would you take
This is
blame
on
for
me.
something that's not your fault? That's a sucker move.
Nah, that's on me, right? I didn't have to follow the advice. I could have gone and looked for the castles in northern Italy like I initially wanted to, and I didn't. I listened to faulty advice, and then when I did so,
I think it was
I
straying
threw that
away
person
now.
under the
Yeah.
bus.
So close.
I think it was good advice.
Sorry, I listened to Chris's insightful advice, and I made a
close.
decision on my own to follow that
Can we try
advice.
to get no,
This is on
Jeremy,
me.
Jeremy. Let's try it again. Fewer words. We got to work on this word economy.
Yeah.
Fewer words. We don't need you to sneak in your backdoor explanation. You are doing the I'm sorry that you were hurt. You're not actually giving an actual apology. Like,
Try not to take
we
a
can try
shot
it
at
again.
me.
Okay.
Start over.
First of all, Chris, I'm sorry for throwing you under the bus.
Not
Guys,
not buying it.
that one's on me. I made the wrong decision. I should have been looking at castles in Italy. My bad.
Have
Well
trouble
done,
with that word,
Jeremy.
huh?
I don't know what's happening. It's really hot in here.
It's so hot.
Holy cow.
Illy?
It's not working, Dominique. Whatever it is you tried to instill on people here, they must have been allergic to accountability around here.
Nah, man. I haven't been there in a long time. And then everybody just slips back into the nonsense. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's about the culture. It's about the leadership of the organization. I don't know.
What are the
Maybe
20
not.
people you're going to a castle with? Are we part of that?
It's not me that's going to the castle.
You just said you were going with a group of 20
No,
people to
I-
rent a
Hypothetically,
castle.
I did not say that I
Castle
was going
friends?
with you. I did not
Castle
say
friends are
that I was
Dan's
going
court.
anywhere with my castle friends. You
5
guys,
million euros in Aberdeenshire, Scotland.
you're looking up the wrong things. I'm not asking you for the prices of castles
Your
in
castle
Scotland.
friends are not going to rent a castle. Your castle friends want to own a castle.
My castle friends don't need anybody's help to buy castles.
Oh, damn. Okay. Do your math friends use calculators, or they're like the challenge of doing the numbers off the top of their heads?
Are calculators still a thing? Like, can you buy?
Yes.
Can
My
you buy
phone
a
has one.
physical? Can you buy? No. Can you? I know your phone has one. That's your phone.
But it's a calculator app on your phone. It's a calculator.
Yeah, TI-85.
You kids still get calculators.
But the calculator business can't be doing well. The physical calculator business,
Dude,
like,
every
there's-
school requires you to buy them still, and like a TI. And when you start into high school, you need a TI-83 Plus. It's like, by the time my kids get a TI-83 Plus, it's gonna cost what a car costs. And all they use it for is for their friend that has like the little cord and a little cheat code that puts games on it, if we're going to be real. That's what TI-83 Pluses are for. So you can go on your calculator and play Pac-Man.
That's not a calculator. That's a video game.
No, that's a calculator. TI-83 Plus.
No, but physical calculators. I'm talking about the business of buying something that I'm going to say only calculates. That's out of business, correct? I cannot physically go get.
No, I think, Dan, your problem is you're thinking about like a simple calculator, not a scientific calculator. He's talking about the big TIs that
You had to get in high
all
school.
the buttons and
Graphing
and you could-
calculators.
yeah, right. Those calculators. Yeah, those calculators still exist. And the real simple calculators still exist also because kids need calculators for school and they don't want them to have their phones in class. So they're still calculators. It's not a booming business. But what did you use calculators for before you had phones. Like, unless you were an accountant, how much calculating were you doing?
You put the thing in there, and then you flip it upside down. It says boobs.
It says you could say hell sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a beeper.
No,
calculators
that's a
could do it
calculator.
too.
Dan, you're out of your element.
You don't understand school supplies. Like, there's things that are just never going to go out of business. Like, what do you need a compass for? Not like the compass that tells you, like, north, south, the one that draws a circle. You don't need that for anything, but that's always going to be, like, on a third grade
How
school
many
supply
times
list.
did you stab yourself with that thing? Like, that thing stabbed
Sharp
me
edge.
more than I actually made circles with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was so dangerous.
I'm actually curious, Domonique, now that you have children of this age, are you smart enough to teach sixth grade math the way they're now teaching sixth grade math compared to how it is that they taught it when you were in sixth grade?
Green says booby.
Hell no. Hell no. The move that I do is if they ask me for help. So, like, my oldest daughter is headed into 9th grade. She stopped asking me for help a while ago. When she did used to ask me for help, and now I got a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old boy. The move is I can't help you right now, but you get a peek at it. And then you go to this thing called YouTube and you look it all up and you teach yourself it. Then you come back and you work through it with them. But absolutely not. I can't do 6th grade math. I posted a problem a long time ago from my daughter when she was in 6th grade where they would give them these like stretch problems. I posted it online and no one could get it. It's just this.
How low do I have to go
Back-
there before you feel like a real idiot? Like 2nd grade, 3rd grade? Like, where is it that you were unable to teach something that you thought should have
Yeah.
been simple to teach, but you're like, oh my God, parenting has sort of left me mathematically behind. This doesn't happen to my math friends, by the way. They prepare for it.
So 6th grade, I think when my oldest daughter got to 6th grade, I had to start going somewhere else to teach it to me before I could help her. And then like 7th and 8th grade, I stand no chance. Like, I would have to like spend a whole day relearning some of these things. Like, no, it's not. And she's like kind of smart and like advanced math and stuff, and this stuff is really impossible. I'll send you a problem, Dan. Maybe on tomorrow's show, I'll find one of her reach problems from last year and send them to you.
Well,
and
I
just
don't
see if you guys.
I
Can
don't. I don't know if I could actually do it, but I sure as hell can't teach someone. Like, I'm saying that my modes of doing math, even addition, that I'd have trouble teaching that to someone because they're teaching it differently now. Like, and it's totally different. Like, where I don't even recognize what they're talking about.
Teaching it different. I mean, addition, Dan. Like, no, they're not teaching addition any differently. I don't think. Like, my kids don't need help on addition. It just
Okay,
1 plus
one
1 is
step.
2.
Okay, one step beyond addition.
Sounds like you could use a calculator, Dan.
Multiplication, division. Nope. Teaching it the same way. Maybe my kids are going to retro schools, but those things are still the same. You
No,
still gotta
division
kinda
is
learn your
different.
times table.
Division. I was
Nah,
watching my
nonsense.
daughter do a division problem, and it's just like I didn't used to do it that way.
So at least the school that my kids go to, they teach them a bunch of different strategies, and you can choose the strategy that you like best for the problem that you're doing. But all my classic old school division strategies still exist. They're still teaching them. You may not use them all the time, but they still exist.
Big year for division.
Borthwick Castle in Scotland, Dan, sleeps 28 guests in 13 rooms. It's just 10,000 euros per night. That includes breakfast, although dinner will be quoted separately. And just off the top of my head, if you split that price amongst your 28 guests, 357 euros or so
You did
per
that
night.
you did that on a calculator, not in your head.
8 extra members of Dan's court for that one.
Can I take a quick detour over to like a topic that we discussed on my show? Dan, I assume that you, like most sports fans, believe that the way to win a Super Bowl is through the rookie quarterback contract. And we kind of dissected it yesterday and realized that no, like since it was 15 years ago when Sam Bradford signed the last pre-rookie wage scale deal, and he got more guaranteed money than Peyton Manning, who had 4 MVPs and had the most guaranteed money. And Sam Bradford got that before he came into the league. Then Cam Newton came in after, got a lot less, and probably deserved that contract, honestly. But I think because of like Russell Wilson and Colin Kaepernick and Joe Flacco, we believe that that was the strategy. But if you like look at the numbers, it kind of it puts you in a position that maybe you are stuck to a quarterback who's good but not great, and you would have to require quite a bit of luck to pull off like a Super Bowl and multiple, like Eli Manning, is like more about luck than it is about skill. So I think a lot of us are following this misunderstood notion that the rookie quarterback is like the shortcut to winning a championship, when no, you know what it is? It's the same thing it's always been. Have a great quarterback. You got a great quarterback, you're going to win Super Bowls.
You don't mind paying for him, but I guess that's just because we've got such an obsession with like GMing and architecture stuff that people love to be able to say, well, that's a place that you can actually get value. If you get value there, you'll have more money to spend elsewhere.
Not enough time to get into all of this, but that's also a misunderstanding. Is like the impacts on the salary cap from paying your quarterback, if he's great, is de minimis, because you can often restructure the contract and keep pushing the cap hit until later and later and build a team that have success. Like, you notice all the best teams have really good quarterbacks who cost a lot of money. Like, that's just like a misnomer that people use in order to suppress the salaries of some of the best players in sports.
The Domonique Foxworth Show, you can find all manner of insight there, except he doesn't want to live in a manor. Good seeing you, sir. Thank you for being on with us. We appreciate it.
Look, every crew's got roles. On a team, on a group text, at a watch party. You've got the stat nerd, the vibes guy, the one who thinks they're the coach, and then there's the real MVP, the person that brings the cooler. And what's in that cooler? If it's not Miller Lite, I'm checking the roster. It's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite. 50 years of showing up in big moments. Post-game tailgates, NBA watch parties, road trips to road games where you swore the refs were out to get you. Through it all, that clean, crisp Miller Lite taste just gets it done. 96 calories, 3.2 carbs. It's light, but it doesn't tap out early. You're over there arguing over who the GOAT is, shouting about NIL deals, someone's grilling. Miller Lite is always there, playing its role to perfection. Brewed for taste, simple ingredients, a legend since 1975, and still a first ballot Hall of Famer in my cooler. Miller Lite. Great taste. 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller Lite. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Tell Tony I'm sorry.
I'm here.
By a minute,
You can tell me
right
directly.
now. There he is.
I mean, I'm
you
not
can
actually
hear me,
sorry.
I'm not
sorry.
actually accepting your apology either. It's on site.
What? Whoa.
On site?
On
site, man.
I said it, I meant it. I said it, I meant it. I said it, I meant it.
All of that is on air. All of that is on air. We all heard it. The audience heard it. He said what he said.
Stupid thing to
I'm
say.
too old to fight.
Wow.
Too
Too old to fight.
All right, guys.
Wow,
Bye.
he's
Love you.
scared.
What's up, Juju?
Sounds like Domonique would take a knee if that was a fight. If it was a baseball fight.
What?
Yes, yesterday we talked about taking a knee to avoid a fight.
I wasn't here.
I'm hoping that all of that is airing as the beginning of the pregame show because, or the postgame show, I should say, because I don't want everything that happened there and the general insincerity of that Jeremy apology to go without everyone in the world seeing it. Everyone seeing it. I don't know where it went. Tell me that it aired. Can you guys promise me that somebody was recording while we were doing that so the general jovial behavior here can bury Jeremy?
It's in hour 2, luckily.
I apologized on air.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't
then
a good apology.
Privately, you took it back.
Me?
Juju is here now to talk about everything that we did today, so we will include him on the conversation that we were having with Domonique. Manor or mansion, Juju?
I would much rather stay on a manor. Because if you're on a manor, you can have your bat cave way down in the jungle deep. You can have Alfred getting you a couple of things here and there. You can allow Robin to crash and let him wrench or hold your motorcycle if he wants to. Batgirl can come over. I think you can sneak in and out Catwoman. She has a little entrance of her own.
Come on now.
And still be a playboy for the city of Gotham. So give me the manor all day.
You could probably do all that with a mansion too, though, right?
No, you don't
No,
get it.
you
Dan.
Nah,
You
get a
hell
back door
no.
with a
Can't
mansion.
do any of
Too
that with a
complicated.
mansion. If
You
the
don't get
mansion,
that.
All right,
It's
no
far
bat
away. The
cave.
back cave is far away.
I'm not seeing how I'm living
Yeah.
then.
if the mansion has a guest house, no possibilities
No.
of that. What do we have on the subject of Vegas allowing Uno as a table game. How do we feel? How does the group feel about Uno as a table game in Vegas? We like that?
Awesome. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. We haven't been adding very many table games in Vegas recently.
Now, Dan, I just got this across my group text a minute ago. Uno has released a statement. Hey, Uno fans, a rumor has come to our attention that there will be Uno tables on the casino floors in Las Vegas. Sounds wild, huh? Get it because they have wild cards? We hate to be the bearers of bad news, but the casino floor isn't ready for us yet. Wow. So it's fake. I'm not going to read the whole statement.
Debunked.
It's not happening.
Got the mortgage on the line. You get skipped 3 times. You're like, whoa, this is not good.
That's
I
really
had booked the trip and everything.
This isn't a reverse card, they also wrote. See, they're having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as much fun as it would be to have Uno in Vegas. Why can't we have Uno in Vegas?
It does seem to be, it would be complicated. How would it work? Like skipping? Like, do I just not lose now?
I feel like fights would break out.
would
at
end
the
in
table.
murder.
Everyone has their own Uno rules also.
Right.
And then Uno thinks that they can come in and make the rules for you how to play their game. It's like, shut up, Uno. I play how I want.
You keep skipping someone or you keep reversing. It's gonna.
Right.
It's ugly quick.
Yeah.
Can you stack the same color draw twos, or do you have to just put one draw two down?
Now they
stack
did
my
say
colors.
While we get this sorted out, the Uno Social Club is rolling out to bars in Los Angeles, New York City, Chicago, Atlanta, and Austin. So
I'm back in.
be on the lookout.
All right. Be on the lookout from Uno spokesman Chris Cody on top of all of your Uno news instantaneously in a way that really caught me off guard. I'm not used to you snapping to attention like that.
And it was signed, Stay Wild, the Uno team.
Okay. They're continually doing this. Those people really enjoyed doing
Now that is journalism.
the press release. Okay. Chris Cody finds out. Let's have competing episodes. See if we can climb to the place where Pablo finds himself on the charts these days.
Where's the line between journalist and snitch?
Wow.
Because
There we are.
I feel like we're kind of hovering over that line, right?
Are we?
I mean, Pablo's going out there. He's saying Carmelo's name. He's throwing names out there. Like, we're close to snitch territory, I feel like.
You know what happens to snitches, right?
Stitched up.
They get hurt.
Yes, sir.
We're worried about him, Dan.
Any thoughts, Juju, on a beef of our creation between Mike Greenberg and Schrager? That too comfortable in his seat, Peter Schrager.
I think that's a part of the snitching Billy talk about. But he gonna hear about it now. I don't know what you got a beef with Schrager. You was like, he's looking awfully comfortable in that chair. You're supposed to be comfortable where you are. I salute the Schraegster. You feel me? Put your feet up on the desk. They're gonna have you in there,
Dude.
I remember.
We're
Go ahead,
praising
bro.
Schrags. We're praising
Yeah.
Schrags. This is more just we're seeing the fear on the other side.
Yeah, but I do agree though. I'm pretty sure Greeny is like, all right, enough. Somebody
There we
drop a
go.
light or something. Anvil.
Can you guys get for me, please, the photo of Brock Lesnar's daughter who is getting married or has gotten married here? What is her name? I'm sorry, forgive me.
Maya Lesnar. She's dating.
Okay, she is dating,
Nice.
but it got us on the subject of whether or not you'd like to start that dating process and then be introduced to her father, whether that is something that anybody wants in their life.
Athlete's daughter, you'd be the most afraid to date because Brock Lesnar would be up there for me.
Really high on the list, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Shaq, look, man, when you guys tell me if you think I have it wrong, but when Shaq is saying that to RG3, if I am RG3 and that is Shaq, still 50 years old or not, when he says, I'm telling you this one time, I will not be entering those waters again.
Yeah.
Even if the threat is just an idle one, just the sheer size of Shaquille O'Neal, I don't know why anybody in the world wouldn't be afraid of that, except for Robin Lopez, perhaps, because then Shaq would just run away from him just because it's Robin Lopez and you can't account for crazy.
Right. Also, when he took his shades off, that's what you got to be afraid
It was the
of.
move. Yep.
Right. You
Yep,
take your shades
exactly.
off, he's serious.
I'm going to
So,
look
yeah.
right in this camera here.
That's a go-to old man move. When you take off the glasses, that means you're very serious.
Juju, did you have any thoughts on Zaz asking the question, does Caitlin Clark stink?
It's a fair question.
Look, 2 for 35 on the road games, 2 for 36. That's a glaring thing
Stinks.
that's happening right now.
Glaring stink. That's a glaring stink.
Right. It's a glaring stink. And also, too, her dealing with the referees. You posed a question earlier. It's like, who wouldn't be upset with that? Excuse me. $3. Who wouldn't be upset with the
Birthday
officiating? Right. The entire WNBA is upset with the officiating. So we all can't just throw tantrums and call the referee ridiculous. Draymond Green would have got his ass sent out of the Oracle Arena if he would have said that to the referee or even acted like that. But I think that what she's going through right now is just that sophomore slump. You drop an album sometime, that thing's off the shelves. Then you got to come back and drop another one, especially with the injury she got going on. And it's not as smelly, as goody as the last season. But reminder, though, just a public service reminder, you are allowed to like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You don't have to make a choice like Bob is trying to make you do. You can like both of these sisters and appreciate their game. Salute to Bob.
I just want to be clear. She's not as smelly goody as she was last year. I'm not sure what
not
was
a smelly goody.
Okay.
No,
I'm glad we clarified it.
So on the Brock Lesnar front, Brock Lesnar, 6'3", 265 pounds. Now his daughter's boyfriend, 6'4", 300 pounds. So
he's prepared.
Drew Moss is walking into the Lesnar household saying, "What's up, little guy?"
No, grown man dad strength is different. You could be as big as you want. You're going to get grabbed by the seat of your pants back here in the back of your shirt, and you're going to get thrown out.
So wait, you have this offensive lineman strolling into the Lesnar household and saying, "What's up, little fella?"
Yeah, what's up, little guy? He kicks his feet up on the couch. And then there's a conversation. Brock Lesnar looks over to Sable and says, "What do we do here?"
She's like, you should take your shoes off. He's like, I'm not taking my shoes off.
Gets as comfortable in the house as Schrager has been in Greenberg's chair. Let's update some polls here at Le Batard Show, Juju.
For sure. Also, before the polls, I just want to say, Zaz, you are a handsome fellow today, bro. I don't know what you got going on. I don't know if you're trying something different, but I am picking up what you are putting down, brother.
Confidence, player. That's what it's about. You just got to be confident.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Would you be okay with eliminating extra innings right now? 71% of the audience says yes, they would. Does anyone?
I think everybody would be fine. Do you think everybody would be fine if I just said right now, baseball, here's what we're going to do. Nobody has extra innings anymore. Just 10th inning, Schwarber's going to come out and hit bombs.
We can find something in every sport. No more overtime in football. A throw off. I would be in for a blank off in every sport.
What if like a football game's tied and then they say, you know what? Kyle Schwarber's coming out. He's going to start hitting home runs here on the football field.
You bring Kyle Bowler out. He takes a knee on the 50-yard line, starts throwing the football. Hits the goalpost, your team wins.
Is it the CFL that you get a point if you miss a field goal but it hits the net? Because that's crazy.
They got some bullshit going on.
Does anyone know the rules anymore? 96% of the audience says no, they don't. Did you know the extra inning rules last night? 94% of the audience says no, they did not.
What a wonderful delight, by the way. I did not have wondrous discovery on my extra inning all-star game ballot. Like we're going to all learn the rules together. This is fun.
More cool, the Hank Aaron tribute or Hank Aaron's actual play?
Big one.
60% of the audience says Hank Aaron's actual play.
They must have missed it.
They didn't watch it.
Yeah.
They didn't watch.
Did you go, Juju? Did you go to the game yesterday? You went to the home run derby, right?
Yeah, I went to the Derby. Yesterday we played the Battery. We were just outside hanging around the hang-arounders.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
Home run derby is more fun than the actual game from my experience going to. Because like by the time the game comes, you're so exhausted with all the all-star festivities leading up to it. You're like, I'm ready for this to be done already.
Right. Lots of brews. Have you ever put your socks on while standing up? 66% of the audience says yes, they have.
Does somebody want to come try this? Who would like to try this behind
You don't
me?
want me to do this
Chris,
again.
you already did it.
It's too sweaty in here. Everybody's socks are
Zaslow,
gonna
why don't you
stink.
try it behind me?
Yeah.
Why don't you try to see if
See
you
those
can
feet.
if you can put a sock on behind me while standing on a foot? Only 15% of 40-year-olds can allegedly do it. We will see if Zaslow can do it behind me for the YouTube audience. Keep going,
Now, this
Juju.
is going to be a payoff.
Which would you rather have, a mansion or a manor? Wow. Very close.
Move the chair. Can we move his chair, Dan? Or like,
Oh no!
loser. For the audio audience, he just fell over like a
Is
loser.
that a real fall? Oh my God, are you okay?
Workers' comp.
He got it done. He got up and said, I did it. I got it. He did get it. He did do it.